A new Wordle puzzle is online. Click on the link to play.
Listening to the following video may give you clues. Please like and share the videos.
International Labor Day 2022 Origin Facts Speech and Essay Ideas. If you have never heard of May Day before, why not read our article on the history of this day? It has many interesting facts about this worldwide holiday, including its origins and history.
We also provide speech and essay ideas for May Day in 2019, 2020, and beyond. We also list some of the most important dates for the holiday.
Here are some examples to help you get started. May Day.
Whether you're planning to deliver a speech proposal, you need to know some important facts about International Labor Day. In the early 19th century, workers' strikes for the 8-hour workday were so widespread that workers were committing suicide.
That's why socialist groups decided to designate May 1st as the Day of the Working Class. The date was also chosen because of the tragic event that took place during the Haymarket Affair in Chicago, where workers clashed with police.
This resulted in the deaths of at least 38 workers and 7 law enforcement officers. Today in France, 1 May is a national holiday.
In fact, it is the only day of the year that employees are legally required to take leave. Protests by trade unions are held in major cities, and trade unions hold marches in the streets to promote workers' rights.
In France, people traditionally receive lily of the valley as a gift, a custom that dates back to 1561 when King Charles IX was only a boy. May Day, or International Workers' Day, is celebrated around the world on May 1.
It celebrates the achievements of the working class. Different countries celebrate May Day on different dates, though it is traditionally celebrated on the first Monday in May.
Earlier, conditions for workers were very poor. Many workers were forced to work 15 hours a day, received very little in return, and suffered workplace injuries.
Eventually, the labor unions organized protests to demand 8 hours of work. In turn, this event gave birth to the modern Labor Day.
What is International Labor Day? The holiday is celebrated on May 1. It is an annual day for workers, but is also used as an opportunity to spread social messages and awareness.
The theme of this year's event is a sustainable pension for all workers and the role of social partners. May Day 2022.
To celebrate May Day in 2022, here are some interesting origin facts. First, the holiday was probably originally named Floralia, a festival in Roman mythology dedicated to the goddess Flora.
Today, however, it is believed that the holiday has Celtic origins, as it was named after Beltane, a Celtic festival that marks the beginning of summer and is often associated with animal grazing. A great scholar of the Anglo-Saxon period, Venerable Bede, wrote that the first day of May was associated with the traditional celebration of farmers' festivals.
The origin of May Day is not completely clear, but the date is usually the first Saturday in May. Traditionally, the holiday is celebrated throughout the world.
People all over the world celebrate this day because of its symbolic meanings of togetherness and unity. While many people celebrate this holiday for different reasons, it has one underlying theme: labor.
The celebration began during the 1886 general strike, when workers protested for an 8-hour day. After the strike, a protest in Chicago's Haymarket Square turned violent. The International Socialist Conference proclaimed May 1 to be the first day of the month for all workers.
While May Day may have a history in the UK, most Americans do not know about it. Many assume that it originated in communist countries.
The holiday actually has American roots, however. It grew out of the pre-Christian festival of Beltane, which celebrated fertility and rebirth.
It is now recognized in 66 countries as a national holiday, and is celebrated on a local level in many others. However, the holiday is rarely celebrated in the country it started.
May Day 2019. Speaking of origins, May Day is a great opportunity to talk about the history of the labor movement.
Traditionally associated with rural pagan festivals, May Day has gradually gained significance as a symbol of the labor movement. The Soviet Union, which embraced the holiday, hoped it would help unite workers against capitalism and the threat of communism.
It soon became a significant holiday in Eastern Bloc countries, with parades and political discussions being presided over by leading government functionaries. In 1933, it was officially recognized as a holiday.
Today, we celebrate the achievements and rights of workers worldwide. Many individuals aspire to become an economist or political leader.
International Labor Day is a time to celebrate the rights and opportunities of the working class and the unions that are a key part of our society. Whether you want to write a speech for your school's International Labor Day 2022 speech contest, the following information will help you come up with a memorable speech.
In the late 19th century, the First International Socialist Congress declared the 1st of May as International Workers' Day. This date was chosen to commemorate the Haymarket Riot in Chicago in 1886, a violent clash between workers and police.
The Haymarket Riot helped cement the idea of an 8-hour workday. The day also celebrates the social and economic achievements of working-class people.
Historically, May Day was associated with pagan tribes of Ireland and Scandinavia, which borrowed from Roman practices to celebrate the flowering season. Early European settlers in North America celebrated May Day by erecting a maypole and dancing with indigenous people.
Today, May Day is a time to celebrate togetherness, but its history shows that camaraderie has been suppressed. May Day 2018.
Learn the history of May Day and how it came about. In 1886, the American Federation of Organized Trades and Labor Unions demanded an 8-hour workday, which led to a general strike and the Haymarket Riot.
In the wake of the Haymarket Riot, the Socialist Party in France created an international day to honor the labor movement. Today, the holiday is celebrated on the first Monday in September.
The holiday has a rich history, originating with pagan tribes in Scandinavia and Ireland. It was later adapted by the Soviet Union to unite workers against capitalism.
The May Day celebration quickly became an important holiday in Eastern Bloc countries, where May Day parades were presided over by top government functionaries and displayed the Soviet military might. In the early post-Soviet period, May Day became a rallying point for radical political parties.
There are over 80 countries that celebrate May Day each year. In Canada, the holiday is celebrated on the first Monday in September.
In the USA, it is celebrated on May 1. In India, the first May Day was held in 1923 in Chennai by the Labour Kisan Party of Hindustan.
The celebration has been known by many names, including Labor Day, Labour's Day, and Antarashtriya Shramik Divas. May Day is an important day for all workers.
It commemorates the historical struggles of workers and the advances of the labor movement. In most countries, it is celebrated on May 1.
International Labor Day 2022 is Sunday, May 1st, and the first Monday in September. If you are interested in learning more about the history of this day, here are some origin facts.
May Day 2019 theme. During the 19th century, workers' movements became associated with International Workers' Day, which is celebrated on the first Monday in May each year.
The first celebrations were held by socialist groups and trade unions, who sought to introduce fixed hours and an 8-hour workday culture. In 1890, Raymond Levine of France proposed an annual celebration of May Day, which would honor the Chicago protests.
In 1891, the International's Second Congress formally recognized May Day as a worldwide celebration. Historically, the date is associated with rural pagan festivals.
This has changed dramatically with the development of the labor movement. The Soviet Union took up the holiday, believing it would encourage workers to unite against capitalism.
The celebrations became significant throughout the Eastern Bloc, with parades presided over by top government functionaries. In 1933, the holiday became an official national holiday.
Today, it's celebrated in many countries, including the United States. Today, laborers have a myriad of tasks to focus on, and the variety of their tasks encourages them to gain experience.
International Workers' Memorial Day 2022 is a topic that highlights the history of the labor movement. Aside from the history, these topics can be used as essay ideas for May Day 2019.
Before 1887, the holiday was a non-statutory holiday. In 1907, the holiday was celebrated on the first Monday in May, not on the first Monday in October.
Despite its name, the first celebration of Labor Day was held in Madras, India. In this city, executive leaders explained the principles of the party and requested financial aid.